Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Money Matters Top Tips for Success, where each and every day I bring on new business owners, entrepreneurs, and executives, have them share their top tips for success with you. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, book signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, moneymatterstoptips.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have on David Crouch, who is president and founder over at TIC TOC. David, welcome to the show.
Glad to be here.
So when I saw your proposed show topic, Generation Z financial literacy, I was all in. I'm like, man, we do not talk about this enough, and excited to get into it with you. But before we do that, I want to get a little bit further into what you're doing over at TIC TOC. So first, tell us a little bit more about the company, please.
So TIC TOC is my financial literacy organization. It's actually an anagram, and TIC TOC stands for Today's Investment Commitment, Tomorrow's Optimal Commodity. And so with that, we teach students all across the world in 15 countries how to invest in stocks, forex, options, real estate, cryptocurrency, you name it, any financial market you can think of, we teach it. We teach them the basics, advanced, and then we kind of refine their skills in it. Once they figure out what they want to do in it, we kind of get them mentors, internships, and kind of straight line them into their professional field with their licenses, be it 65, 7, help them pass the SIE, of course, first, and then we can also cater them towards the CFA, CFP, or realtor's license, and anything along those lines will help them get it.
Man, that's awesome. Love what you're doing, and I think that's a great transition. Let's get into Gen Z financial literacy. So first off, when I saw this, I'm like, man, we don't talk about it enough. What are some of the unique challenges of Gen Z and financial literacy? Because I know we talk about millennials, or I feel like we've been talking about millennials forever since they were born. I don't know, but and I'm a millennial, and I feel like that's all anybody talks about. We don't hear enough about Gen Z. So tell us a little bit more about some of the challenges or reasons you chose to focus on that subject.
So I focus on Gen Z mainly because with our upcoming future for my generation, I think that we're going to have a lot of pressing problems, such as there's the student debt bubble, there's the corporate debt bubble, and then our national debt keeps rising. And then, so with that, I think that it's very important for people to be financially literate because college tuition keeps rising every single day, even it looks like, going up $500 a year in some places and then even more in other private universities. And so I mainly started my organization so that I could teach my other friends how to invest because when I was in 8th grade, I realized I had no college fund. I was kind of walking into the kitchen one day. I saw my dad trading out the computer and I saw some red. So I, teased him a little bit and I said, hey, Dad, that's a lot of red you got there. It doesn't look like you're doing too well. And then so he kind of quit back at me and said, well, why don't you give it up for yourself, hotshot? And then so he gave me $1,000 to start off with in a custodial account, and I was trading around in there in 8th grade, and I made an ample sum of cash, I'd like to say, and I was able to pay for my first 2 years of college right then and there for any private universities I wanted to attend to. And I thought, why don't I teach my friends how to do this? And I was day trading oil stocks back and forth with dividends and doing all types of strategies there. But so I thought, I didn't think it was hard at all. I thought, this is pretty easy. I should get everyone else involved in this. So I got my 10 knucklehead friends involved, and, they weren't the best at it, but they weren't the worst. They actually did pretty well for themselves, but they didn't save their money. Like I taught them in the beginning, they kind of spent it on all the hype stuff like Gucci and Supreme and all that, and then everyone else at school started seeing them come out with all these designer brands that they're wearing, and they say, hey, where'd you guys get all this money? And they said, oh, yeah, David taught us how to invest our money. And then so we went from 10 members to 80 members, and then I only thought about keeping it at my school at the time. And then the summer of sophomore year came around, and with that, I attended a Stanford law and trial program and to find other people like me who wanted to be corporate lawyers because that's what I wanted to do at the time. And I met this group of students, and they said, hey, what are you doing back at home? And I told them about my club, and then they said, hey, why don't I start that? So then they started back at their schools, and they took off, and we went to 15,000 members within the next year.
Wow, that's an absolutely amazing ride. You said 15,000?
50,000, and now we're international in 15 countries too.
Man, that's amazing. I love it. What an amazing story. It's quite a interesting thing, and what I like about your story is that you started it with, trying to solve a problem for yourself. So you're a little curious. You went in there. You obviously your dad. You're like, what's all this, Reg? You're like, and when he listens to this, he's gonna be like, oh, everybody wants to pick on the dad. No, I'm not picking on the dad. I'm just saying that's part of the story. So
Yeah, you start picked on.
you started out right with just wanting to solve a problem for yourself. Were able to pay for a couple of years of school. You wanted to help your friends. You helped other people, and then as time grew on, like the concept grew, and now you're international from just yourself to the club to now 15,000. So what's next? So tell me what's next for this. Like, what's your goal? What's your vision for this? Because it didn't grow to 15,000 by accident. You obviously have a bigger vision.
So what's next with us is I'm trying to reach 100,000 members by the end of this year. I think it's possible because I really want to get a bigger bulk of generation involved in this. I don't think that 15,000 people who are financially literate is enough. I'd actually like to kind of go into the school system and make 1 year of basic financial literacy a mandatory thing that every student has to go through. And then if they choose to, I think that it would be great if we could have advanced courses after that I provide so they can progress on through. But because I really think it's difficult for people because a lot of people have a lot of my generation, at least, I believe they have misconceptions of the market and how it operates, and they look at Wall Street and think, oh, I can never do that. I can't do that until I'm older. But then I come in and I kind of give those people who don't know what they want to do or are interested in it but never knew it was possible. I come in and I say, you don't need to go to an Ivy League school to do this. You could do this while you're in high school even.
Man, that's awesome. I love it. I love the story. So David, if somebody's listening to this and they want to learn more about TikTok or the community overall, what's the best way for them to connect?
They can follow us on Instagram at TikTok.club, or they can visit our homepage on our website at TikTokClub.com, TICTOC.com.
That's awesome. Well, hey, David, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about your background and all the great work you're doing over at TikTok and how you've grown this amazing community. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review in the Apple iTunes Store. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Money Matters Top Tips, make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave us some comments in the comment section of this video. And I'd love to hear your feedback on that and what you think of TikTok. And David, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.